And we all know that rugby fans are in for a real treat this weekend with the fiercely contested North versus the South derby happening in the nation's capital. To give us some context on the importance of the match, we have roped in the Bulls' skills coach, Phiwe Nolomo. Phiwe, thank you for joining us once again on Morning Live. We know we've had you here before, but let's talk to how interesting a season it has been for both the Bulls and the Stormers. But we've seen how the Bulls have put up what has been a credible campaign so far in terms of how they've become so expressive on the field of play. Yeah. Let's talk to your thoughts on what they've been able to put out so far this season, this Bulls side.
Yeah, the one thing we really wanted to work hard at with the Vodacom Bulls is being good away. So to win the away games, and we think we've achieved everything we wanted to. Under obviously the mentorship of the director of rugby, Jake, and he's been great at it. And the one thing now, I mean, like you said, what we've achieved in the past is the past, and we're looking at where we're at now and what's to come. And every game becomes a final from here onwards, you know, as per what Jake said. Every game we've got to take it seriously so that we, obviously, at the back end of the competition, we're ready to fire.
And as you get ready to fire, obviously it's the Stormers that come up first. And when we look at what they've been able to do this season, equally as impressive, let's talk to parts of the Stormers game that are a cause for concern for you and what has impressed you with how they've played this season.
Yeah, look, for about 2 seasons now, they've been building and they've been building well, and that's why they're such a formidable team, you know. They've got an all game weather, so their game, they'll be suited to do anything. So that's what makes them so dangerous. They can change it up whenever they want, and they're damn good at it. They've got massive cohesion in their coaching staff. They've got massive cohesion in their players. We're ready, and that's what you want. It's a derby at the end of the day. You know, that's what you live for. We've got local communities that will be supporting, and it's what people want to see at home, and it's what binds us. It's what it's bigger than rugby, actually. That's what it is. When you feel and you sit at home, you get this warm, fuzzy feeling because you feel a part of something.
And when we speak about this warm, fuzzy feeling, we know how important this clash is from a South African rugby context. Let's speak about that, because not only is it just a great match to watch out on the field of play, but we also know what it does in terms of just competitiveness looking at the international South African team.
Yeah, massive. I don't think we sit there necessarily and you compare that if I don't play well today, I'm not going to make the Springboks alignment camp. Rassie announced it a couple of weeks ago now. So the guys know, if you want to match yourself up, this is the pinnacle of it. You know, you got 2 teams at the moment that are really firing from all cylinders. So it's going to be a humdinger of a game for sure.
When we speak about humdinger, we always want to speak about score lines, and with the well-structured teams going up against each other, are you seeing a high-scoring match here, or do you think not so much?
I'll tell you one thing, I think it's going to be entertaining, and it's going to be brutal just because of the magnitude of the game. So in terms of the scoreline, yes, there will be tries scored from both ends, hopefully a lot more from the Vodacom Bulls side. You know, and like I said, the crowd, I mean, it's almost sold out. There's 3,000 tickets left already, you know. So 50,000 strong, and 48,000 of them will be Bull supporters. So it's going to be absolutely awesome.
48,000 of those 50,000 apparently will be Bull supporters. But let's talk about how normally when we come to a game of this magnitude, everyone says form goes out the window. We don't care what you've done so far this season. We don't care what your opponent has done. So from a Bulls point of view, is there a slightly different approach to how you come into this game versus how you'd come into any other game at any other time of the season?
Yeah, it's a great question, by the way. I think that's where you talk about experience and expertise, and that's where we're fortunate to have Jake at the helm. So he's done it. He knows what to do. He knows how to prepare guys. So that pressure is completely off the team, you know. And the biggest thing is it's just another game at the end of the day, you know. And that's where you look to for leadership. You look to Jake, you look at Marcel, you look at Erich, you look at obviously Ruan Nokia. So those are the captains in there. And they're obviously head coach. So those guys know, they've been in positions like this before. So that's why it's going to be so good.
Phiwe, always a pleasure having you. We look forward to see what will be done on the field of play when the North versus the South.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
And of course, that is the encounter that will be taking place this weekend. It is the Vodacom Bulls that will be taking on the Storm. We're certainly looking forward to how it's all going to play out in the field of play.